Welcome back to the Sleuth Intuition channel. I'm your host, Patrick Vallejos. We will be opening up the phone lines in probably about 30 minutes. So if anybody's calling in now, feel free to call right back or hang tight backstage. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sleuth Intuition channel. I'm your host, Patrick Vallejos, coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. So you guys, I'm getting ready to go on a 5-day camping trip, so I wanted to do a quick check-in with you guys. I plan to go live at some point up there if I can find some good service, but there is a good chance you will not hear from me. Good to see everybody. Joe, thanks for the email. So it looks like we have some news on the Connecticut River Valley serial killer. So I don't know a whole lot about that. We can talk about that. I definitely wanted to touch on the Noah Presgrove autopsy information. We've covered that case a few times, and I'm sure a few of you want to do a follow-up on that. But other than that, just going to hang out, guys. So really, it's going to be more like a 6-day vacation. Be leaving here in about 2 hours. Thank you, Sensei. I appreciate you. Let's take a look at this article I was sent here. And I'm sure other channels are covering this, but we kind of work at our own pace here. Been a little busy. Oops. Is enlarging the wrong screen there. Okay. Evidence search in Newport possibly connected to the Connecticut River Valley serial killer. A lot of possiblies here. Is there any updates on this? This one is dated the 21st. Oh, looks like it was updated yesterday morning. What's up, GP, Sensi, Charlotte, Miranda, Jill, Silas, Molly? What's up, Farmer, Miranda? Good to see everybody. Stay pressed. Imagine the aliens watching the Richard Allen apologists. They'd nope on out the Milky Way. No, it's because they know what it is. They see what it is. It's all about frequency, vibration. Positive versus negative. So Newport, New Hampshire. A heavy police presence could be found on Ayers Road in Newport on Tuesday. Their local and state law enforcement officials served the property for physical evidence pertaining to multiple cold case homicides. Beginning earlier today, the New Hampshire Cold Case Unit and our law enforcement partners began executing search warrants in Newport in regards to unresolved homicide cases. Assistant Attorney General Scott Chase said while standing outside of the property being searched, we can tell the public there is no immediate danger stemming from these searches, and also that our Office of Victim Witness Advocates has been in touch with the people relative to the search warrants, and the parties are relevant to this investigation. So the only thing I really was able to get my eyes on was a interview with one of the victims. I guess she was stabbed like 24 times or something like that. And she was telling the news crew that there was like over the years a lot of POIs and search warrants and things like that. Rumors have been swirling about how this could potentially be related to the unsolved Connecticut River Valley serial killer cases, which took place in 1970s and 1980s and potentially as early as 1968. There were at least 7 victims, and one pregnant woman survived after being stabbed. It was 27 times because that was her. In 1988 in Swansea. Chase would not comment on if the search was related to the cases. However, WMUR reported that sources, including the 1988 survivor Jane Borowski, confirmed that the search stemmed from this. Okay. Or if an arrest would be expected, so no comment on that. Can't confirm or deny, right? They have to search first. Just like with Richard Allen, they searched. I don't know. This could be something, this could be nothing. We'll find out, right? We're looking for a few specific items. Mainly pertaining to a firearm. We'll run those tests and then we'll let you know. Okay, well, guess what? We ran the tests. Yeah, we definitely found something. Chase declined commenting on what was recovered at the scene, but said investigators will look at anything that was found and determine its relevance in any part of the investigation. When pulling onto Ayers Road, the house immediately to the right was swarmed with police officers who were both uniformed and in plain clothes. 7 police vehicles, some marked and some unmarked, lined the right side of the street in front of the residence being searched. Police tape was blocking the entrance to the driveway where a state police major crimes vehicle was parked. Oh, damn. It's like a full-on CSI team. A pop-up canopy was erected in front of the garage. Oh, yeah. Making sure they get that chain of custody and get it bagged properly. Garage that had police entering and exiting. In front of the state police vehicle were multiple containers, with one marked with the symbol that said biohazard. A table was set up under the canopy with multiple trash bags holding materials that were unidentifiable. Law enforcement personnel wearing gloves and coverings around their shoes were on site, and one was taking photographs at the scene. Yeah, that sounds like a CSI team. Very similar to what we saw with the Rex Heuermann case. The canopy, the table set up, the covered shoes, gloves, all that stuff. The house had a mailbox marked 1750 and also had posts on the entrance to the driveway that said Kellyville Road. Although his next door neighbor said he lived on Ayers Road, Chase would not disclose the address and name of the property owner was not released. Well, I mean, with the address 1750 and the road, I mean, that gives you everything you need. The neighbor, Patrick Jackman, and then now you have the neighbor for verification with the great first name, Patrick. What a strong name, Patrick. Pulled up to his home with his children in the car as the search was underway. He said he has lived on Ayers Road for 7 years, but he didn't know much about the man who lived at the property being searched. Very quiet, was he? Jackman said that during this time living there, he had never talked to him. He sees the man check his mail once a week, and he seems to go to the grocery store about once a month. I've never heard him talk. Damn, nosy neighbors, right? We can count on them. Jackman said, adding that he keeps to himself. Jackman waves when he sees him, but never gets much of a response, he explained. The only reaction he has gotten was the second day he lived there, when his neighbor pointed at his car and followed it with his finger as he drove down the road. What the fuck? Like, you're next. You guys ever seen the little monkey that hides in the closet in the Family Guy cartoon? That's what that reminded me of. When his neighbor pointed at his car and followed it with his finger as he drove down the road. That's creepy. When asked how Jackman felt when seeing this police presence at the property next to where he lived, he said confused. Over the years, he had heard rumors, but he had never seen him do anything. Wow, that's interesting. Rumors, right? Always seems to be some rumors. Newport Police Chief Stephen Alex Lee said on Tuesday that a search was underway, but he declined to comment any further because it's the Attorney General's office at the state police that are running that investigation. I'm not going to be authorized to release any information, said Lee. It's all going to have to come out of their office. The search began in the morning hours of Tuesday at 6 p.m. There were still officers at the scene. In order to preserve the integrity of the investigation, additional information would not be released at that time. While today demonstrates the state's dedication to investigating unresolved cases, the Attorney General cautions against speculating or drawing any conclusions from these efforts. Really, to me, this is just more proof that most of these states just sit back and wait for a tip. I just don't think they have the manpower for it. But I do appreciate that email, Joe. Shout out to you. I don't know. I think YouTube might be constantly changing their settings, or might just be glitching out or something. Oh, Farmer, you have no idea. My dad sent me a photo because he's been up there for 2 days already setting up. And just looking at the photograph, it was like, man, it was like all these endorphins were just like, they just hit me. I was like, oh gosh, I can't wait to get out there. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Miranda. Huh. Yeah, exactly. And I know Indy's going to be a pain in the ass. We're only bringing 3 of the dogs. The other 2 will be fine at home, but got to bring the 2 most recent rescues because they I don't know. I think the one we got before Indy, she was so bad that she kind of passed it on to Indy. Kind of looked to her how to behave, and he acts a lot like her, which is not good. He's finally learning, but I think that was his problem at the beginning. A bad influence. Thank you, Molly. What's going on, Diamonds? So I think it was the Daily Mail that put out a good article on Noah's Presgrove's case. So viewer discretion is advised here. What the hell? It's like so glitchy. Oh well, let's pop it up here. Let's pop it up here. Full horror of Oklahoma teen Noah Presgrove's injuries explained as autopsy results give chilling insight into his final moments. So we've covered this case, I would say extensively. We did a true crime in the morning and I think 2 follow-ups on it. Hey, what's up, Hiawatha? So I'm just going to go directly to some of these images here. And that's Noah there, 19 years old when he passed away. So my theory was that he went out with the female, probably out on the quads, away from the home, maybe fooling around, whatever. And then there was an accident. They were drinking. I believe Noah was probably hanging off the back of the quad, or um, maybe it flipped over a few times or whatever. That could explain why all the injuries were to the upper body. And because of the broken teeth, and I believe they dumped him on the road to make it appear like he was hit. But the fact that there was teeth on the ground, I don't know. I just feel like if it was 2 large men or even 1 large male, he would have been able to pick up Noah in his arms and set him down in a certain way. But because the teeth were there, and I don't believe that the accident happened where he was found, I believe they weren't able to carry him. They kind of pushed him out of the back of the truck or over the side of a truck. And they say he was in the fetal position. To me, that doesn't mean perfectly in the fetal position. That means that his legs were most likely pushed up against his chest, and maybe his arms were tucked in. And that could happen with somebody trying to push you kind of off of the road. He was found just off of the road. So to me, that sounds like, oh, well, we don't want him to get hit. We just want it to appear as if he did get hit. And the teeth being there tells me that this person couldn't carry them and he was dropped. And he lost the teeth at that point. What's up, Melissa? GP, what's up with Kagan Klein now? Are they going to hit him finally with federal charges? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. Okay, 4 by 2 inch of scalp torn. That sounds like an impact injury. Grazed at front, cuts on inner ear. Yeah, this all seems consistent, right? Impact followed by these other injuries. Maybe the head bends this way. And I'm assuming it would be the fracturing or wound to the back of the skull that caused the hemorrhaging here from the ears. Mouth, upper and lower lip split. Teeth broken, fragments in mouth. Cut on left side of tongue. So you have a feeling all these injuries here to the mouth happened when he was thrown off a truck or dropped. So in my opinion, the suspect is most likely a female or a small male, a petite male. But most likely a female, because we know he was didn't have on a lot of clothes. There was some clothing that was folded. So it was probably something innocent that turned into something really bad. Self-preservation kicked in. And probably a bad influence. Woman comes back. I got into an accident. I think I killed Noah. Lady friend goes, well, let's drive the truck out there. Drives the truck out there. Both the girls put him in the back. Probably died right there after they picked him up and put him in the truck. Well, what do we do now? Well, we got to go. We got to call the police. But we can't do that because I was drinking. I'm drunk. You know, nothing we can do. Nothing's going to bring Noah back. Do you want to go to prison? The answer should have been yes. I need to go to prison and I need to do my time for what I did to Noah. If I wouldn't have been drinking and doing what I was doing, Noah would be alive. And that's the reason we're not getting any answers in that case. Self-preservation and a bad influence. And maybe a little bit of a cleanup crew. So here's the internal injuries. Left pulmonary vessel, left atrium. Oh, the atrium of the heart. Around the heart. What would cause that? Crushed. Both lungs punctured. Was that caused by broken ribs or something? What the hell? And I was under the impression that his entire head was caved in the back. Here it seems to be fractured. That seems consistent with rolling, right? You roll 3 times, you might have 2 or 3 fractures. Left temporal, right here on the temple. I don't know. Maybe he was hit with an ATV. Like he was sitting on the ground and then was hit head on with it. Boom. Bleeding above, bleeding under, and bleeding around the skull. Damage to the brain tissue, left temporal, and that's where he had the scraping and abrasions. cerebellum. That's on the back of your head, towards the bottom, towards your neck, deep into the brainstem. So that's what happened, guys. His neck folded. See this right here? This tells me that his neck was completely bent all the way to his right shoulder. Yeah, that's New Hampshire. Genetic genealogy plays a part. Hey, that's a good point, Molly. That is a good point. And I'm curious. I don't know if there's been any updates. I haven't had time. Been getting ready to head out. What's up, Mandy? Oh, yeah. See, there's the broken neck. Completely displaced. I hope that means he. Well, they said he died of internal bleeding. I just hope he died quickly, because that's a lot of damage there. Hopefully he can feel it. Farmer. uh, what's up, Tech? What's up, Don? Don, did you get your shirt? Should have got that pretty quickly. Yeah, so it looks like his neck bent all the way to the left, and then a whole lot of pressure came down, including his own body weight. I don't know. It seems consistent of like a rollover crash. Your legs would be nestled tightly against the four wheeler or the ATV, with your upper body completely exposed. Yeah, I think they're going to have this case figured out probably within the month, guys. They've already they're already talking. We already know that there was an ATV accident that they tried to keep quiet. But I have a feeling that's going to be what happened to him. The part that they're ashamed of is the dumping of his body and the staging of the scene, and the selfishness of not telling Noah's family of what really happened, just so they don't do a little bit of time in jail. Okay, 10 rib fractures. That explains the puncturing of the lung. Probably right here. 9 vertebrae fractured in the upper and middle back. I'm assuming that's from when the neck bent completely over to one side, and then all the pressure building up. That's kind of strange where it broke. Yeah, that's a different kind of an injury. Maybe part of the rollover, the little pieces that are sticking out on your back. Patchy grazes across the left side of his torso. Now, I think the confusion comes from possibly Noah crashing the four-wheeler or ATV or whatever it might be earlier in the day. It's just a minor accident. Some road rash, no big deal. 2 hours later comes the real accident. Hey, what's up, rescue? How you doing? TJ, what's up? How you doing? Hey, Mandy. Yo, what up, Trevin? Phil Bond, good to see you. Anything I like, welcome in. Yeah, they're all rescues. Nice. Oh man, I just can't wait to get on the road. I'm getting anxious. What's going on, Phil? 5 doggies. 2 are currently alive. The others in doggy heaven. Yeah, we had our eldest, who was a rescue, pass away 3 years ago. His name was Zai. That was tough. And then we had some trouble with the senior dog that you guys might have seen in the Chelsea Grimm documentary. That's Bear. He's old. He was having some problems this morning, so hopefully after taking his medicine and getting some rest from all the other knuckleheads, he'll be good to go. What's going on, Jill? Jill and Phil. What's up, Carol? Carol. Yeah, that horse. Call him a special needs horse. I think the mountain's going to do him good, though. Plan to do a lot of fishing. Printed all the fishing licenses, got all the poles ready to go. Stoked. So I don't know, guys. I'm saying this was just an accident and then a crime. The crime happened after. Trying to cover up this accident and hide the fact that there was probably drugs and alcohol being abused. Against their better judgment, they decided to cover it up. But the truth will come out. This case will be solved very soon. They'll have the answers. They already know what happened. They're just waiting for the folks to do the right thing.
Discover deals during the Memorial Day.
I think so, Farmer. But there was something, there was a big discussion about wraparound. So when you're hit at a high uh, rate of speed, apparently once you're hit, everything else is going to want to wrap around that item. And there was none of that. So this is the night that Noah passed away. He was at this rager. I think it was like a 4 day, 2 to 4 day rager. Labor Day, I think.
Come on. Yes, come on, Shady. Oh! Damn.
This race, I will fucking. Dude, I'll just beat the. Kyle was talking about that me getting me. I would just rather you know. No, you slapped me. I slapped you. I do trust you. I trust hit me. I trust hit me. I trust hit me. Hit me. Go ahead. See, I wasn't going. Old. What? Music in there. Which one?
Yeah, Hannah.
We got it. You see my wiener? Country Pimp. 1-on-1. Mike Tyson.
Okay, now this part right here. The guy with the shotgun. What that tells me is that maybe there were some folks that showed up and this guy came out with the shotgun to kind of shoo him off. Like, you guys ain't going to come in here and beat up my friends. But I don't know. Flipped on him, ran him over. Maybe he was dragged hanging off the back. What's up, Big Bird? Yeah, it kind of seems like a rollover, especially with all the damage to one side. If you're rolling over this way, your neck is going to be pinned against your shoulder, and then all the damage is going to be on that side, right? Because everything else is kind of tucked into itself. And your legs would be pretty much protected if you're kind of maybe rolling down a hill, side of a hill. Maybe that could explain it. You're riding and then you just kind of fall off the edge. So I don't know. Was there a canal anywhere near there? That could explain it too. Yeah, I think justice is coming, Farmer. But I feel like there was some staging involved, and that was the crime, in my opinion. I think at one point he passed away, and they said, well, there's nothing we can do now. You know, I feel like the devil was in the right ear, whispering, like, you'll go to prison. They will now. That's for sure. You're up late, Carol. You're a night owl. Yeah, I don't know Farmer. He seems like a sweet guy. When you're young like that, I don't know, you just don't see life. It's like you don't really understand things the way that you should. You know, if you could go back and talk to your 19-year-old self, think of the things you would say. You wouldn't take those risks. You wouldn't do half the things you were doing. Like me, all I did was fight constantly. Good to see Wanda. Especially the complete disconnection from the spinal cord and the skull. I'm hoping it was at that point he felt no pain. Crushed neck. But the cause of death wasn't that. It wasn't a broken neck. Apparently it was the internal bleeding. So that's the part I'm a little confused on. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, Don. Get rid of all those damn commercials. What's up, Colette? You're watching a YouTube video and turn off your screen and the video keeps playing. You're going to love it. Thank you, Jari. Molly says this had to be something with a very high impact to cause that kind of a head and neck injuries. Yeah, or multiple, right? You know, you flip a couple times, that'll do it. Moving at a high speed and hitting something hard, all bent to the left, does sound like a rollover. Yeah, everything's on the left side. So to me, that means they rolled over on the left side. Thanks, Jari. Hey, Chandler, what's up? Thanks for calling in yesterday, man. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for having me again yesterday, Sleuth. This is Chandler. I sent you an email. Ironically, Maura's case was actually theorized to be linked to that serial killer by her father in a note he wrote. That's interesting. Yeah, I'll take a look at the email. Yeah, it could be. So I don't know if it was a rollover or let's say you're going up something that's really tall and then there's a cliff on the side and you just kind of fall off the edge and then roll. Maybe the driver jumped off, but because he was so inebriated, he wasn't really paying attention and wasn't able to get off in time. Oh, you got the shirt on? Good. I will send you a semi-nude glamour what's that show, Seinfeld? When he gets on the couch and he's in his underwear. That's a good one. That's funny, Don. Good, man. Thanks for all your support. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to do another giveaway probably the first week of next month. So anybody that's registered on the website, sleuthintuition.com, anybody who's ever donated to the Cash App, members, contributors, all of that. I'm going to throw you guys into the pot. And if you check all those boxes, that's how many times you'll be entered in to win. Bennett Springs. That's what I'm going to be doing, some trout fishing. I got all the poles already. Everything's all set up. You're ready to go. What's up, Frank Meister? Welcome in. Good to see you, Frank. Yeah, Molly. Something I don't know if it seems more possibly fast. I don't know, but I feel like they're going to have those answers here within a month or two. They know what happened. They just need the who was driving and whose idea was it to stage the crime or stage the scene. Interesting, Carol. Wish you the best during your procedure. Hey, what's up, Jessica? So let me show you guys where I'm going. So this is Big Lake, Arizona. We'll be camping pretty close by here. White Mountains. Welcome in, Jessica. This looks like a video. God, it's so nice out there, peaceful. During the winter, all these mountains right here are covered in snow. These lakes were created from the runoff. Oh, I need to go back this way. I think I went too far up. What's up, Periwinkle? What's up, Ziggy? V. Marie? The damage to the cerebellum and brainstem would leave him feeling no pain. That's what I'm hoping. And then maybe the internal bleeding, he lost kind of all control of his functions. And that just kind of sped up that process. Thank you, V. What's up, this account? Good to see you. Yeah, Don, he was kind of touching on that. So I'm looking forward to the email that he sent me. Yeah, you might have to reset your password, Molly. I don't like the security settings. I'm using a plugin that I love everything else about it, but that one part I hate, where it forces everybody to have a really secure password. So what I recommend is once you set it up, just have your system save it. That way, every time you pull up the web page, it'll be saved in there for you. Oh no, it's okay if you guys complain. The website really isn't officially up and running. So the more you guys use it and the more you report the bugs, the more I know what I need to do with it. And I seem to be having problems with Safari and Apple. For some reason, a lot of the plugins I'm using aren't translating. Yeah, so we'll hit the road here in probably another hour. And then we should be out here in about 5 hours after that. Chandler, yeah, I saw. Not sure if it will pan out. Well, we'll have to see. Many times over the years, they thought they found her. I'll be praying for the family, as I always do, that justice is done someday for Maura. Yeah, I'm going to look into that case, Chandler. The next time we talk, I'll know a little bit more about the case and we can have a better back and forth. No, that's Don. He's going to send me a some glamour shots. Her father wrote the governor famously claiming there could be a link and that women were not safe in the area. I don't know. I just feel like if you're a serial killer and you've committed all these crimes and you know that they're looking for you and they're getting close to you, wouldn't you move to like another state and then just start doing your killings there? Maybe switch it up a little bit. Yeah, this is a good spot right here to go fishing. It's like the only store within 50 miles. You can get beer here. You can get your fishing license. You can get tackle, some groceries. You can rent boats. Tons of elk. Like every morning, we're going to wake up and there's just going to be elk everywhere. Pretty big trout in here. Yeah, this is my favorite place. Ruidoso, New Mexico is really pretty too. That's the only other place that compares, in my opinion. He's got the little dog in there. Red River Gorge. Where's that at? Oh, no. Yeah, we got beautiful mountains. It's just when you come down to Phoenix and Tucson and all that, it's all just desert. Unforgiving. Nope, no boat. Nope. We'll just fish right off the edge there. Yeah, and Don, what's weird with these type of killers, we learned a lot from Ted Bundy. You know, they were extremely active. The Green River Killer, extremely active. We're talking hundreds of victims. It's like, oh, I'm going to go over here and commit a murder. And then on the way back, oh, I'll just commit another one. Good, Sensei. Then I have it. If you're signed up or registered on the website, I have your name. In the morning of, I'll go ahead and pull all the data and set up the will. Make sure everybody's name's on it. Yeah, there's certain things I have to do. There's a lot of work that goes into building a web page, and I haven't even really scratched the surface yet. Just wanted to make sure you could register on there, that we could go live if we ever had to, or if I need to go live with content that we can't really show here. And also, it's basically like a public broadcast network. It's going to be a channel that I'm going to have. I'm just going to have content pumping out of there daily. Oh, that's Big Lake, Arizona, White Mountains. Drunk beatdown. I don't know. I feel like he would be beaten on his legs, all over his body. And I don't know. I don't feel like he would have his teeth. The fact that his teeth were near his body, that tells me that they fell out when he was dumped there. So I can't get over that. Once I can get over that, maybe I can entertain other ideas. But to me, that tells me somebody with not a lot of upper body strength staged his body there near the road. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for today. Shout out to all of you. Caught the live stream. Like I said, guys, I'm going to be gone for close to 6 days. I do have a few live streams planned, but that all depends on what kind of service I have out there and how busy I am and what everybody else wants to be getting into. But if I have good service, I might take you guys on a little hike or something. Yeah, V, those boats, I mean, they're nice. They're cheap. They're like $50 for like 5 hours, I think. And if you go out there on those boats, you're guaranteed to get a whole bunch of fish. No canoe for me. Thank you, Jerry. Good to see you. Oh, I will. I plan on cooking me up a few. I will, man. I will. Thank you, Sensei. Appreciate you, GP. And you guys all be safe and hang in there. Have a safe holiday weekend. Thanks, Farmer. Thanks again, Sensei, for sponsoring today's live stream. Hey, Cynthia. Thank you, Ziggy. All right, guys, that's it. Have a great rest of your day. Shout out to all of you who have helped my channel grow and who continue to support me. I really appreciate you guys and couldn't do it without you. Thank you for watching the Sleuth Intuition channel. If you are part of the replay crew, you know what to do. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay in the loop. Sleuth Intuition is 100% crowd-funded. If you want to support me and help my channel grow, here are 3 ways that you can help. Number 1, Cash App. The funds go directly to me without YouTube taking a percentage. Number 2, become a member. Members are by far the leading contributors to my channel. Number 3, hit up the merch shop. Represent the Sleuth crew on these ruthless streets. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Sleuth Intuition channel. I'm your host, Patrick Vallejos. Until next time.